In this demo, we're going to look at the template redirect action hook in WordPress. We could see with Simply Show hooks activated that the template redirect fires right after WordPress combines everything it needs to create the WordPress object and understand what page is going to happen, but before the actual page gets built out. What we're going to do in this example is have a members page and a sign up page. You don't have to have them named members and sign up, but you do have to have two pages in order for this demo to work. What we want to do is if somebody is not logged into the site and tries to access the members page, they will be redirected to the sign up page. Likewise, if they are already logged in and try to go to the sign up page, they'll be redirected back to the members page. It's outside of the scope of this specific hook to be able to make different menu items appear and disappear, but with hooks, something like that is possible. If we come into our example theme functions.php file and come down to where we find add action template redirect, we could see that we're adding in a function WP hooks members logged out redirect. So this tells us that when members are logged out, it's going to redirect them somewhere. Now inside of that function, we're relying heavily on conditional statements as well as the WP redirect function. So what we say here is if we're on the members page and the user is not logged in, then go ahead and direct them to the sign up page. So we could see that not only do we have template redirect, but we also have a function called WP redirect. Now you'll notice that after that we see the keyword die. This will tell WordPress to stop at this point and prevent some other problems from happening behind the scenes. Now, how do we know that in this specific instance we have to say die, whereas in other action hooks we didn't? And the answer to this is we have to look at the documentation for template redirect, and it shows why it's always important, even if you think you know how something works, to go ahead and check out the documentation to make sure there's nothing you're missing. Now if we search for this, we could see that we have here the developer docs over at developer.wordpress.org, which don't tell us much. But on the codex, which tends to have a few more examples and explanation with things, we could see down here after the example, it says don't forget to exit or die after WP redirect. It also explains that you don't want to load a different template in this case because some of the things that will happen, like another template redirect not being able to fire. So applying what we've learned from here, back in our theme, we can expect that if they're on the members page and they're not logged in, they'll be redirected to the sign up page. And if they're on the sign up page and the user is logged in, then they'll be redirected to the members page. And in both cases, we're putting out die. Now we could potentially pull these out and execute them at the bottom of the line, but if we do that, it still has to run both conditional tests, which isn't necessary. So in this case, I'm going to leave them here like this. Now, if we come back over to our site and turn on action hooks, we should see in template redirect, under priority 10, our WP hooks member logged out redirect. Let's go ahead, turn this off, and then test it out. I'm going to start logged out of the site and go to the members page. You'll see that as soon as I'm clicked on it, before the page even loads, we're taken to the sign up page. Now, if I'm to log in here, notice that although I should be redirected back to the page I logged in on, it forces me over to the members page. And if I click on the sign up page, I never actually see that page load and I'm taken directly to members. So this is the exact functionality we were looking for, and you could see how with some simple hook setup and maybe some user roles, you could begin to build out something like membership sites in WordPress, and behind the scenes the plugins are doing some things like this. So here you have a simple yet practical example of template redirect action hook in action. And don't forget that you need to call die after you call WP redirect.